Good morning. Welcome to the homestead. Glad you could make it. Little earthquake there as Stripes rubbing on the tripod like she always does. Anyway, it's been raining all morning. The sun just popped out. I don't know how long it's going to stay, but that's okay. I was kind of tidying up and stuff, pulling the video chips on the cameras with the kittens and the cats, changing those out, that kind of thing. And then I was also setting up a new surveillance camera that we got. It's solar powered, and it's going to be set up for our main gate area. Let's see if I can get it affixed in the same spot, and then move on to something else for sure. I think that'll work just fine. It's got the solar panel built into the top of it, and it has rechargeable batteries in it, so it should keep those freshened up. You shouldn't have to worry about changing batteries. One of the things I need to do, though, is download the manual. I think there's a way, or there should be a way, to loop the video so that when it gets to the end of the video card, it just records over the top of it. That way we don't have to change it every couple of days because we've got recorded video on it. I don't know. I'm going to have to check into that. Okay, that takes care of all the windows. They're all installed now. Those last 6 I should have done last night. I was supposed to have done last night. I told Brenda I was going to do them last night, and I just didn't. I just didn't get around to it. Anyway, now I'm going to move on to the door, the main doors here. So what has to happen with those is you lay them down, you line them up, get them perfect. Then you take a couple of, well, they call them stiffening braces. But basically, they're door stiffeners, and you screw the doors together so they come up and go on as a unit. I usually do it on the floor in there because it's flat, it's level, it's easier to line them up. Kind of a pain to get out because, you got to kind of angle them out and stuff. Also, I'll need to put a 2x4 brace on the bottom, so when I put the doors in, they'll set on something. That'll keep them level and help that line up as well. So let me gather the doors, I'll lay those out. I'll find this nice straight 2x4, I'll attach it to the front underneath the door, basically where the bottoms of the doors will be. And then we'll get to attaching them together and throw them up there. One of the things they want you to do is to reinforce these doors. Interestingly enough, when they put all this stuff together, they just staple it with staples. And they're not very long because this stuff is not very thick. So to keep the integrity of the door over time, they want you to put a bunch of 3/4 inch screws However, it's funny. I mean, I've done enough of these that I know, so they want you to do it, or they tell you to do it after you've hung the doors up. That doesn't make sense to me. It's easier to do it while they're laying down. You can just doom, 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 and go right along. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a bunch of screws in these doors to make sure that they don't come apart, because they're dual layered on the outside edge and across the middle. So there you go. One of the things they tell you to do, of course, which I said earlier, was put the stiffening brace across the doors. So you line them all up. And they come with these really nifty spacers already attached. They're 3/8 spacers, which is really nice. That makes it a lot easier. You just slide them together. They're already the right space. So they want you to put that beam across. What they don't tell you, what they don't have you do, which surprises me, is if you see this hinge, it sticks up that much. So they don't have you put anything in the middle where you screw to the doors. Fascinating to me, because then it pulls the doors. So I always just put something underneath it that's the same height as the hinges, so when you screw it tight, the doors stay flat like they're supposed to. It hasn't caused a problem in the past that I've done it their way, but I don't know. I just don't like it. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put this under there and then screw it together. And it takes care of that. Now I got to do the bottom, which is funny because they just want you to use the little plate down there that I probably don't have. Wonder if I left it out there or if I just threw it away. It's just a little spacer block. I'll go find one. Oh, okay. I thought I screwed it down to the floor. That would have been bad. Okay, now the hard part. So now I just need to screw it in. My screws are over there. Wonder if it'll stay. Doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. Will that hold it? Nope. There you go. Doors are installed. I do need to put the stiffening braces on them, the hardware, and then there's a couple of crossbars that go in there. Helps stiffen them up, plus it's for looks as well. But they're on. As far as now, they're on, so that's a good thing. I guess we'll just have to see what comes next. Oh, I see the batteries turned red. Probably going to shut off any minute, so that's probably the next thing I should do. Okay. Well, next thing we got to do is there's a piece of trim that goes over the top. Remember how I said, I don't know if you remember or not, but when I was doing the siding on the front of the building, and I told you everything doesn't line up, it never does. It's okay, it's covered by trim. I told you that then, I think. But we're going to put that piece of trim on now. I seem to be missing 2 windows for the front doors. I'm going to go see if I can find them. All right, next I need to put these 2 pieces of trim on, right on the lower edge of the window cutout, so I can install the windows. These go on the front, but they're installed from the back side of the door. Screwed on from the back side of the door. And these windows, they install from the inside facing out. See if that works. I guess the stiffing brace walked over a little bit as I was drilling and screwing it. Missed it by, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch, so it hit the one on the other side. It's clear now though. I was gonna say, well, what you saw me doing was marking the drop pins and where I have to drill the holes to receive them. But I do believe I forgot to start the camera, or the camera shut off, I'm not sure. So you didn't get to see me install the drop pins, so let me show you those and how I marked them. So here and here are the lock pins for this door. You drill a hole in the header and the footer. When you shut the door, push it up and lock it. Then this recesses. You can't get it open. So to mark those holes, what I did was I took a graphite pencil and I rubbed it all over this pin, the point of that pin, and all over the point of the bottom pin, closed the door, pushed the pin up against the header, and then tapped it with a hammer. The same with the footer. So that marks my holes perfectly, exactly where they need to be to drill the holes for these pins. So they tell you to drill a 3/8 inch hole. Well, first a 1/4 inch and then follow it up with a 3/8 inch to get this rod through there. The problem is this rod is 3/8 of an inch on the flat sides. But you turn it on the diagonal, you never get it through there. It takes about 3 sizes up from there to get it to go through the hole. Details, little details. When you're installing the handle, the interior handle, which doubles as the lock mechanism, you want to make sure that the exterior handle is pointing the same direction as the 2 screws that hold the handle on the door. So in this case, the screws are like this, and I want the handle to be like this when it's locked. Because if it's like this, it opens it up so that you can actually get to both screws in the lock position. You don't want that. You want it as secure as you can get it. So just keep that in mind if you're ever doing one of these lock handle situations. That's going to do it for me for now. Thank you for watching. I sure appreciate it. God bless you. We'll see you next time on the homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends. We love you. Bye now.